Hello everyone, welcome to Off. I meant to have this up yesterday, but I was like, I don't really have the time to do it, and I don't want to put it up super late or anything, so I'll just push it off to today. So, I've always heard good things about this. Know absolutely nothing about it. Nothing. So, we're just gonna hop in and see. I imagine it's like kind of One Shot was in kind of a similar area for me, just like a total blind spot in my like gaming history, I suppose. And this feels like a One Shot kind of thing, both in gameplay and in how I super missed it. So let's hop in. Unproductive fun time. Thanks, Fangamer. I thought that was like the main menu. Caution, it is possible that certain scenes in this game may prove shocking to an unwarned public, or maybe not. Identify yourself. Yeah, I'm Quasi. Yep, that's my name. I'd rather not say. Alright. Welcome. You have been assigned to a being called the Batter. The Batter is on a mission. Be sure that it's accomplished. We will let you both out in Zone 0. Good luck. You've been assigned... Huh. Cool. More information, find the one called the Judge. When it said you've been assigned the Batter, we will let you both out in Zone 0, I was like, is that my target? Am I hunting someone? But no, I think I'm controlling the Batter, and then, yeah. I have to find the Judge. I think the Batter has a baseball bat. I think I know that about this game. Might be why they're called the Batter. To move my body, use left stick. Yeah, that looks like a baseball player. To interact with the environment, use A. Alright. Cool. That all seems well and good to me right now. Zone. Cute ghost kitty. Oh, hi. There can be no living beings in Zone 0. I deduce, therefore, that you are a figment of my imagination. Thank you, kitty. Nevertheless, I will introduce myself. I am the Judge, and I am aching to know your name, my dear illusory interlocutor. Interlocutor, not interlocator, interlocutor. I'm the Batter, been entrusted with a sacred mission. Delighted, I'm sure. But I am not addressing the body, only the soul that it harbors. What is your name, controller? Yep, okay, yeah. We're doing... Yep, about what I expected. Their name is Quasi. They can't talk to us. However, they can see and hear everything. Although to me, you are nothing more than an imaginary specter. I must say that I'm delighted to make your acquaintance as well, my dear Quasi. I believe we need your help. Many people require my services, you know. Everybody loves cats. Not everyone, but yeah, I do. We rub ourselves against their legs and purr in a most insistent manner. They adore that. Not talking about that kind of help. See, what sort of service could I offer to an ectoplasmic entity? I have a sacred mission to fulfill. Must purify the world. There's no objective more laudable. Therefore, I agreed to serve as your guide through this place, if I may be of any assistance. Thanks. Okay, bye. Is me. I'm walking. Is that a treasure chest? It looks like a treasure chest. Treasure? A luck ticket has been found. Luck ticket? The Batter. I'm a level 1 purifier. I have 100 CC in XP and HP. Competences. Restores a moderate amount of HP. What? The ticket was a healing item? Also, the combat speed is set to thoughtful. So, slows the combat only on important events, slows the combat on all events, combat moves at maximum speed. It defaulted to thoughtful? So I'm going to keep it there, assuming that's what they want. Even though unrelenting sounds funny to me. It's impossible to get around this obstacle. You can't just squeeze past. Yeah, we're two thickums that can only move in one square ranges. Quite peculiar. 448287. Huh. Okay. You're getting a picture taken of you. I would just screenshot it on this PC, but that's the wrong PC. So we're gonna do this. Boom. Thank you very much. Actually, I could have just screenshotted it with my Stream Deck, but I don't know how much stuff we'll have to screenshot with this, so. Hello. Allow me to confess that I find you quite tangible for a phantasmagorical being. My god. I just woke up. You can't be hitting me with these big words. Might you in fact be a person of flesh and blood? Think so. I was mistaken from the first, and you did not even interrupt my fanciful soliloquizing. Quizing? Because it's soliloquy, so it'd be soliloquizing? Not soliloquizing? Soliloquizing. I must say, this is really quite strange. You were the first living being I have ever met in this place. I'd concluded, therefore, that Zone 0 was empty. It's all too oblivious that I was mistaken. Now then, there are other zones. In those territories you may find yourself subject to the violent attentions of certain hostile individuals. Your sacred mission may well lead you to those places. Would you like me to acquaint you with the art of violent confrontation? Sorry, I have to get the thought out of my head of, yeah, Game Freak, you can have that for free. Soliloquizing is the new fairy poison type. I want a dramatic, beautiful singing wheezing. Combat tutorial? Yeah. This is the battle screen. As you can see, you will find yourself placed on the right side of the screen. Meanwhile, your opponent, in this case your humble servant, will be placed on the left, positioned appropriately for single combat. Battle begins, you will be given your first choice. You must decide between attack, defend, competence, and objects. Naturally, attack allows you to engage your opponent in the classical manner. Now it is time to put theory into practice. Choose the word attack from the menu, undulating before you, and then select my form to slay me with your bat. Ooh, active time battle! It analyzes the enemy's characteristics. Metal attack, effective against most specters. Oh, interesting, because, yeah, it's a metal bat. Huh. Yeah, metal bat, so metal effective, yeah, or like, metal, what, you know, metal's effective against, like, what, fairies? I think it's fairies that metal is effective against. But, like, silver is effective against a lot of things undead. Okay. Excellent, my dear sportive companion. Remember that the impact of your assault is determined by the level of both the batter and his opponent. Your iron volition may result in the occasional critical strike, so cause the teeth to fly in heaps. I am sure. When you're ready, strike again. What does that mean? Does that mean I have a crit now? Because things are acting weird? Yep. It's also possible for your adversaries to slyly avoid the offensive moves you exchange. Just that it is your goal to purify these specters, they wish to eliminate you. You may guard against such feeble attempts. Choose to defend and protect yourself from one of my dastardly blows. Ow. Uh-oh, that's a crit. Batter takes defensive. Oh, and we got CC for that? Now once more, if you'd be so kind to prove your mastery of defense. Okay. Got it. Even the best sportsmen, I believe, are subject to the callous vicissitudes of the playing field. Do not fret, you can recover from these grievous injuries. Competence permits you to use one of your special talents. Objects grants you access to the inventory you are carrying. Let's attempt to utilize an object. Take this luck ticket and graciously use it on the batter's person. Doing nothing. Okay, one second. Competence, or no, objects, luck. Impeccable. Your mastery of battle borders on brilliancy, my friend. There's one thing we have not yet discussed. I am speaking, of course, of your competences. Speaking generally, they are special moves that trigger surprising effects. For example, a competence might trigger an unusually powerful attack or induce a resurgence of health points. In any case, you must remember that using a competence will incur some degree of competence cost. So I suggest you wield these skills with parsimony? God, I've heard that word, but not often. With competence comes costs exhausted. With competence, costs exhausted. You will find heavy assaults impossible to carry out. And if by some mischance you cross swords with a more than worthy opponent before recovering it, Victory will be uncertain at best. Now then, let us try. Choose competence and then choose run with courage, a skill calibrated to brutalize your enemies. I'm going to brutalize. Brutalization coming up. Now you have mastered not only this competence, but the very art of combat. You must remember that there is a cost to showing your steely resolve in this way. Your sacred mission will depend on your mastery of these abilities. The confrontation ends, theoretically, when the health points of you and your confreres or those of your opponents fall to 0. Do take care of your health if you are hoping to pursue a career in purification. 50 XP! Now you are ready to dispose of all the impure obstacles standing between you and the success of your luminous mission. Provided that your intelligence is as advanced as your undeniable capacity for raining bat blows upon an innocent cat. At all events, your training has not yet reached its end. Please do follow me if you wish for my guidance for a while longer. Okay, you just ran up the wall. Okay. I'm going down here. 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay. I can see what it wants. Ah yes, passing through here will require the careful operation of your cerebral apparatus. You know, the one bathing limply in your languid cranium. Believe that these floating blocks correspond in some way or another to the symbols you see before you on the wall. Yeah. Boom. 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 Thank you. Okay. 126823. Is there a problem, charming hero? I cannot do everything for you. I am not your father, after all. So I might offer a suggestion. Perhaps you could try to activate some of these floating blocks more than once, if it proves necessary. Come now, solve this intriguing puzzle for me post-haste. I wish to return to the ground floor as soon as possible. Okay, so it wants 1, 2, 6, 8, and then 2 again, and then 3. Thank you. Okay, this one I know. Haha, finally after all our exertions, the eagerly awaited recompense arrives upon the scene. Oh, you got food? Congrats. Congrats, kitty. Alright, so... we know what I need to put in for this. So... 4... 4... let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, it's just laid out like a phone, so 2, then 8 again, then 7, and then it just has what appears to be a C? Or is that a... not a 3. That's... It doesn't look like a 3 or anything. It just looks like a C. I'm trying to make sure in my stupid brain mode I'm not forgetting a number. Yeah, because it can't be 0 because it's not totally closed. So I think we press this. Yeah. Okay. Just being sure. Just being sure. Just try to be careful. Feast your eyes upon an accessory that will prove especially useful in your purifying quest, my enlightened student and sportive friend. There's a cube floating in the air, as you have no doubt noticed. Nevertheless, you will be able to distinguish it from its fellows by the tasteless contrast forced upon your gaze by its clashing colors, which defy any sensible theory of the visual arts. Do not judge it too quickly, however, for in spite of its questionable appearance, this red cube possesses an undeniable utility. In addition to restoring your health and competence points in their entirety, it is capable of saving your progress and sending you to the nothingness. The nothingness is a place of transition outside space itself, where you can travel from one point to another at the speed of light. I invite you to try it for yourself in order to discover regions more populous than this deserted place. Open your wings, my dear companion, and fly towards the zones ahead without hesitation. Your only enemy is the fear that will grip you. Okay. Not worry, I too travel widely across the zones of this world. I am certain we will meet again. Yes, by the by, take this. They curiously named this curiously named item is the key that will grant you entry to Zone 1. Have I explained that you can at any moment examine yourself in the inventory by pressing start? The Leo card. Health points and competence points completely restored. Save game. Boom. Fine. Go on, I invite you to try activating the floating cube behind you. No, but there was another path back there. I wanted to go that way. But solving the puzzle opened this. Okay, one sec. Return to nothingness. Yeah. World map? I don't like this. Ew, there's people whispering? Oh, I don't like this. This gives me the anxiety. Alright. Yeah, back to zone 0. Okay. So I wanted to come back here. Oh, was that just out here? That was just a shortcut to get back out there. So I could walk back out there and check out that puzzle solution if I needed to. Okay, so that's all that was. Alright, return to nothingness. Yeah, I'm gonna go listen to the people talk in my ear again, I guess. Okay, zone 1. Don't start whispering at me. Alright, hi. We can save. I will be cycling my saves, because of course I am. Yes, hello? Tramway 1 is a very convenient way to travel between all the different regions of Zone 1. Can I get to that person over there? Please select your destination. Damien. Okay. Okay. Yeah. The game is doing very interesting stuff already. That is definitely going to go over my head. This is definitely one of those games. Tramway 2 hasn't run for a very long time. Damien. Hello, Damien. Definitely feeling one shot so far. Take another sip. A visitor? Welcome to the smoke mines. May I ask who you are? Are you an inspector? No, I'm the batter. Come to exterminate the impure spirits. The batter? The impure spirits? Are you some sort of prophet? Maybe a man of faith? Yeah, something like that. Who sent you? Nobody. Being led by Quasi. Oh, I don't know them. They must be part of senior management. In any case, that's good. That means they've approved our request. Come with me, I'll explain your assignment. Ooh. Interesting. Just like downgraded pictures of miners. Or like, what's the word? I don't know exactly what I would call it. Just like, I can't think of the word right now, but yeah. You here in the smoke mines of Damien? You are here in the smoke mines of Damien in the south of zone number 1. Here, we send laborers into deep tunnels to unearth metal from the ground, freeing trapped smoke from the depths. Using various tools, we put some of it into bottles, which the Queen sends to the other zones. The rest of it flows freely and forms the air that our lungs inhale and exhale, so we can live. Interesting. You're not actually mining for the ore. You're getting rid of like ore and rock so that smoke can fly up and you can export the smoke to other zones so people can breathe? Weird. It's an essential element, the first of the 4 elements. Yeah, no, I know about them. Air, earth, water, and fire. I think that's the order it went. Because without smoke, people would have nothing to breathe. There we are, and so... Well, how do I put this? Where are the impure spirits? Yes, there we go. There are many specters in the mines, and they're getting more and more aggressive. But, in fact, it would be better if you didn't go there, because the regulations forbid visitors from accessing the smoke mines. So, here's what we're going to do. There's an annex in the mines that nobody ever visits, but a miner went in there some time ago. He says he saw something strange, nothing like the usual. So I thought, maybe that's the leader of the Specters. So there we are. If you accept, you'll go into the annex and kill the leader of the Specters. Then the Specters will disappear and we can do our jobs again. There we go. Do you have any questions? No. Ah! Great. Impeccable. Tunnel is right down there. I will wait for you here. I'm a batter of few words. A luck ticket. Soon I'll be promoted. I could do surveillance in Alma. I can't wait for that day to arrive. God, this game is immediately such like an interesting mood, I suppose. Like, it's really, really hard to pin it down. It's not particularly melancholic or anything. It's just kind of odd and uncanny. And I feel constantly on edge, like something horrible is about to happen. Like, even down to the smallest details of this room, like the fact that those windows up there are asymmetrical is like making me sort of on edge. And the fact that the wall goes up so high, it just like, I don't know, it puts me on edge and I can't really explain why, whether it be the music and the soundtrack and the general ambiance and things that have been set up by this game so far. Like, I don't know, I'm kind of creeped out by the weirdest things. It's also cool that, like, we see the rain falling out the windows, but it's not just like a constant stream down every single window. It's not like just replaying like a GIF in each window of rain falling. It's like, there's different amounts of rain falling in front of each window, basically. And now the music's creepy. I don't know. I don't know if that's intended, but it's putting me a little on edge. Hello. Well, who do we have here? Is that not Quasia and their charming Jumping Jack the Batter? The leader of the Specters? No, certainly not. I'm only passing through, not unlike the smoke which is extracted from this pale and metallic place. However, I believe I know where the one you take for an ectoplasm can be found. To tell the truth, I am perplexed. I believe this is one of those peculiar things which is called a spherical add-on. I tried to appropriate it myself, but the operation has failed repeatedly. I am thinking perhaps you, who are not of the physical order of things, could succeed in binding the spiritual entity to your own. Like a Pokemon? I want you to attempt to retrieve this spherical add-on, floating up and down, just behind my hairy derriere. Add-on Alpha has joined you. An exceptionally intriguing phenomenon. I must admit that I remain perplexed by this unexpected metaphysical reaction. Well then, since it has chosen to accompany you, I can only advise you to make the best possible use of it. Okay. Leader of the Specters isn't here? Here I must respond with my sincerest apologies in the negative. Save for this add-on, I have not crossed paths with a single moving soul. There's nothing here, it's just the sort of place for which I have a peculiar affection, which you seek is certainly located elsewhere. So what is this add-on that I got? Oh. It is a Pokemon. Or like a demon in SMT? Interesting. Competencies? Saturated string. Special attack with low impact. Weird. Oh my god, that's weird. Okay. Ah, you've returned. So have you killed the leader of the Specters? No. Wasn't there. Oh, really? Damn. Oh gosh. Well, then... I guess I'll have to let you enter the main gorges in that case. But, the regulations prohibit it. Alright, I suppose this would be an extraordinary case as defined in paragraph 5. So, good. Well, the primary mines are on the right. There. Thank you. Will you find the leader of the Specters? Well, it would be great if that were possible. Well, yes. It would be great. Yeah, I'm gonna try, friend. I wanna help. Yeah, the music too, just like everything about this game. It feels like it wants to set me on edge and make things like kind of weird and uncanny. Like the music even is like... The music is definitely like music I would hear at like the end of a JRPG when you get to like an alien planet or some sort of advanced civilization and you're just walking around and you don't understand anything. Hello. There are phantoms down there. They keep us from doing our jobs properly. This is my break time anyway. What are you doing here? Are you one of the mine inspectors? Come to eliminate the specters? That's good news. The lamps don't always work in the farthest corridors, and since everything looks the same around here, it's easy to get lost. There are phantoms in all the tunnels. Be careful, sir. Besides, who let you in here? The regulations normally prohibit visitors from outside. I'm immediately enthralled by this game. Pillar art has been found. Zone 1. Hey! That's fun. You find like art for your little background here. That's cute. I like that. That's a good feature for like a re-release of something. So this did come out like originally a long time ago, but this is like a re-release of this game. I don't know exactly what it came out on or anything like that, but I've played a few of these kinds of games that have gotten like a re-release and they're kind of old classics. Like the ones I think of off the top of my head are One Shot and then like the Henry Stickmin collection, which I also played. Show yourselves, corrupted children. The voice of forgiveness come to eliminate your wretched forms. Oh shit, that's a lot of you. Prepare yourselves to suffer my judgment. Save first base, restore some HP, metal attack effective against most specters. Do I want to do that to them? They're just common, right? Let's go into attack one. Yeah, they die. Alright, Alpha. Do you do enough damage? You do. Specter attacks. No, Alpha! This music is a bop. Uh-oh, that one wants to crit me. It is interesting, like, I've never seen a game do that. Now that I think about it, like, that's a really interesting system. I've never seen a game that tells you when an enemy is about to get a crit. The most I can think of is, like, Slay the Spire, I guess, because it has enemy intents. And sometimes enemies do something like do extra damage or do a crit, but it's not actually like a critical hit in the normal, like, way you think of them in games, because it's basically a seeded critical hit. It's just a special attack they're doing. But yeah, I've never seen, like, crits are always just an RNG thing that just kind of happens in games. I've never straight up seen a game that is just like, yeah, we're going to tell you when this enemy is about to crit you. There's probably instances I'm not thinking of, but it is interesting to see that. Owie. Adversaries purified. Veteran Alpha gain XP. 80 credits? That on is fighting by my side. It's useful. Let's purify the other galleries. Health points and competence points completely restored. The yellow blocks don't allow you to return to nothingness. That's fine. Alright. Well, that is a very, very interesting start to this game. I can immediately see... I mean, I haven't finished it yet, so, you know, I don't have a complete idea of what's going on here, but I can see why this game is kind of, like, well-loved or something and stuff, like, already. Because it is very cool, and it has a very interesting mood and setting so far, so... Alright, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.